this offense had to undergo a lot of change this year when you lose guys like Mike and Chris for any period of time. Cade was down. Just what can you say about the way you guys came together as a group?
It was huge, and obviously obviously just finished up my third year, but just my time being here, the guys, this locker room, that's what the guys been made of. So this has been that way, And like I said, it's just a tough way to go out like that, but it's life.
I know Baker's beating himself up over last night with that lost fumble and everything. What would you say to him?
Just keep going. I mean, it's a part of the game. Obviously, it's ups and downs. We all beat ourselves up at a certain time. That means he cares. He's a competitor. Had another great year, man, and revived his career and just doing his thing. So I'm happy for him, and he's gonna keep going. He's a competitor.
What'd you learn about yourself this year?
Uh, a lot, but you just understand everything that goes on. You pay attention to it, and you just got to be grateful for everything that you get. And the ins and outs that comes with the game.
This team is dealing with injuries, it seems like, from one. Is it tough not to think about what this team could have done fully healthy?
Yeah, I mean, you really kind of don't think about it. The biggest thing I think, though, too, like you said, dealing with all that, I think a lot of young guys stepped up and played a huge role. Obviously, that's huge. Got a lot of player time, got a lot of experience. That's what comes with it, and I think they stepped up and did a great job, to be honest with you.
What can you say about the season that your young protege Bucky Irving had?
Man, it's great, man. I'm happy for Bucky, man. Genuinely, man. Like, so happy for him. He came in, did his thing, and that's why I tell him all the time. He's only just doing his job, playing free, playing happy, and I just tell him to keep going.
Did you and Jaden talk at all after?
Yeah, that's my boy. So we always talk. We text, call, everything. So that's my boy. I'm happy for him.
What was the best play for you personally? You felt like this season, was it that stiff arm that Baker had where he threw it to you and you were leaping into the air? I know the outcome of that 49ers game wasn't what you had hoped for, but was it maybe the touchdown in Kansas City?
Uh, Man, I don't even know. I don't know. I ain't even reflect like that yet. But yeah, I had some good moments, some good plays, and yeah, just trying to build and stack on it.
Rachaad, what was the season like for you? How do you feel like it went?
The season, I think it was good. Obviously, I'm not gonna talk about what I did and provided, but I think I did a lot that I could to help the team win. I did my job. I did what my coaches asked me to do, and that's all I can do.
What about your growth as a leader? You didn't have your big bro Chase out there,
I know,
and
man.
he's
I know.
normally
I
the
missed
guy
him,
that's
man. I missed him, man.
keeping
Badly.
you calm
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah,
but
for
you're kind of
sure,
having to
for
be
sure.
that elder
Yes,
statesman,
and
helping other guys.
you just learn, just grow. Obviously, I'm a father, and so a lot of that life teaches me, and you just kind of carry it over. I mean, obviously, not trying to say, of course, like Sean and Bucky, ain't my kids or nothing like that, but just being a father helps you be a leader, helps you navigate through a lot of difficult and different situations, and that's all I can do. And I'm just happy to see them guys thrive and succeed.
In that room, but the development of the team during Devin Colt, especially in your absence down the stretch.
Yeah, we were just talking. It was, first of all, so much fun to come to work every day and work with that group and our coaches. We just had a ton of fun every day, and we also, just really grinded, really committed to getting better. And you saw that in Payne and Co and Devin as they got their opportunities when I was hurt, and I expected nothing less. They all they did was work hard, and I knew they'd take advantage when they had an opportunity.
How do you handle maybe Liam Cohen possibly being elsewhere next year, and how do you guys kind of handle that mentally?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just wait and see. Selfishly, I'd love to have him back, but if he has the opportunity to be a head coach, that'd be incredible for him and his family. But we'll just, take a couple of weeks to see how things shake out and go from there.
What do you feel like he maybe did for you as a coach, and just talk about your relationship?
Yeah, he was, first of all, he is just really personable and really cared about us as individuals. And then just the detail and passion he brought every single day to our offense was just something really cool to be a part of. And I think you saw it come to life throughout the season. And so just really fun to play for him.
Cade, inevitably, parts of this locker room will look different next year. Is that what makes the offseason somewhat difficult sometimes?
Yes, yeah. Like I said, it's just a joy to come to work every single day. And football is such a special sport because it brings so many different people from different walks of life. And, you go through hard things together, and you bond. And You share these moments, and it's going to look different, and that's the hard part. But it'll also be cool to share this for the rest of our lives. And but yeah, we'll see how it looks going forward, and go from there.
Okay, what did it take for you to be able to get back to play last night? I know that could have been easy coming back from that injury.
Yeah, a lot of work from a lot of different people. Big shout out to the training staff. Uh, just spent a lot of time in there, really, and uh, it's always tough watching on the sidelines. I always want to be on the field, but also it was great to see other guys in the room and on the team step up, and I knew they would.
Will you have to do some rehab this off season as well, or are you 100% right now? I guess not really anybody's 100% at the end of the season.
Yeah, just anytime you go through a full football season, there's rehab and rest that has to be done, and so I'll be sure to take care of my body and rest.
With the knee specifically, like where is it 100% right now, or is there still stuff you need to?
There's still stuff I need to do. So.
How much do you feel your blocking improved this year?
A lot, yeah. I think part of that is just having another year under my belt, but also Coach Peel helped a lot. He did a great job coaching us tight ends, and felt like I was a little more detailed this year, and felt confident going into games.
Was there one heavy focus of his that you felt improved you?
I don't know if there's any one thing. It's just a body of work, like going through drills every single day and talking through things, watching film. It's hard to point to one thing, but definitely felt like he helped me a lot.
Do you hope to get out to tight end university? I'm sure you've seen it. And a lot of the guys
Yeah.
have gotten out to that.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'm not sure what day it is yet. We'll see how it works out, but that would be a great opportunity
Did you
and
get an invite
experience.
in the past, or how does
Yes,
that work?
yeah. Last year, my wife had had our daughter around that time, so I wasn't able to go. But yeah, it'd be cool to go.
What's the biggest takeaway from this season, and maybe the execution stuff, those late game things? It just seems like the difference between maybe you guys being a 13-win team or a 7-win team, right? Like the margin seems so small for this team the entire year.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. I think specifically as an offense, just like we were top 10 in pretty much every category except for turnovers, and so that's something as a team, as a group, we'll work on fixing next year. But definitely when you look back at it, just some of those mistakes at key times definitely came back to bite us.
What can you say about the year that your quarterback had?
I mean, Baker's just incredible, and I've said this before, but I think the team takes on the character of the quarterback and just who he is as a person, just friendly, personable, but also competitive and hardworking. I think he's one of the main reasons why it was such a great place to come to work, and you saw it show up. I mean, he's played like one of the best quarterbacks in the league this year, which he is, and just can't wait to keep working with him.
What can you say about just the way he was able to galvanize this locker room when Mike and Chris went down so cruelly in that Week 7 game? And you were one of the guys that really had to step up in that moment. You had to be ready for it, and you had to be in sync with him. Just what did you see out of him during that time period specifically?
Yeah, he just instills confidence. Same with the coaches. We're not going to change our offense mid-season, so him and the coaches just entrusted us to do the job, to take over those roles. And we know Mike and Chris, they're amazing players, some of the best in the league, and but we still had a job to do and guys capable of doing them, and Baker was the first to say that to us.
What about the role that you guys played as a unit in helping this ground game? I mean, people talk about the job that Bucky Irving did and the O-line, but you guys played a big role in that too.
Yeah, I think there was just a lot of detail that went into it, a lot of meeting time. And I think it was super cool what Coach Cohen and Carbs brought in, just some of the gap schemes, the wide zone, the mid zone, the pin pull stuff. It was a lot, but we also, were able to get it down and create a lot of explosive plays in the run game. And when you get that going, it opens up everything, and it's fun to be a part of.
I would just say, man, from year 1 to year 2, I feel like I've done a lot this year. The sacks number might not say it all, but overall, if you look at all the other statistics, I'm top 10 in all of them. So I feel like for me, I've improved a lot, and I still got more to improve, and that's what I'm look over this off season and see what I have to do to be Yaya Diaby. That's what I'm trying to give this team the Yaya Diaby they deserve.
From year one to year two, right? I would imagine that you faced a lot more chipping, a lot more double teams than maybe you were used to last year in your rookie year. Entering this offseason, is that going to be something that you study a lot and seeing how you can navigate through that?
Yeah, especially I'm gonna definitely do that. Like watching guys like Miles Garrett who goes through chipping like that and how they overcome it. So I'm gonna definitely do a lot of film study this off season and just try to improve on that.
You're working on yourself, all taking the course. And how much do all these people around you help you, like Elijah and some of the young guys like Chris and guys like Joe, and in that room, how do they help you evolve
When you just got guys with all with the same goal, it's always nice to have guys with the same goal because you just push each other, and if one person down, you can say something to bring them up, and because we all going through the same thing, so those guys are always a big help.
Yeah, you said you're going to be doing a lot of film work.
Do you even think that this might be your last time in this locker room?
I haven't thought about that. I haven't even thought about that. I mean, I got a lot of memories in this locker room, so I'll never forget it. But as far as me getting that exact last time in it, I haven't really gave any thought on it.
Everyone talks about just how much you mean to the defense, but when you think about it, how much of your teammate being some of the younger guys have meant to you, and maybe you've learned from them this season?
It meant a lot, man. Just seeing these guys coming in and working and putting effort in, and just seeing these guys just want to be their best selves is what really inspires me. Remind me of myself when I first came in, just looking at those guys, just trying to learn from veterans, just trying to contribute the best way they can, whether it's on the field and just trying to make an impact off the field too as well. So, it's definitely fulfilling for me to see those guys, coming in and putting their best foot forward and obviously helping us contribute to wins and also just being great people.
Lavonte, you had so many years here without any kind of playoff experience. What does it say for how far things have come when a division title and a first round loss can be seen as such a disappointment?
It came a long way, man. It came a long way, but when obviously when BA and them came in and Bowles took over, it was a different standard that took place, and we never want to be in this position. We always want to try to get the Super Bowl every year. Winning the division title was cool and everything, but the ultimate goal is winning the Super Bowl. We fell short of that, and we definitely feel like we got the pieces in place to do that, but this year, fell short of it.
Lavonte, what was your injury at the end of the game? Do you think it'll linger, whatever it is?
I'll be fine. Just got rolled up on just some, usual, football contact thing. So, knowing myself, I'm tough. Obviously, I tough it out.
Is it a knee injury?
Knee and ankle.
Lavonte, I know you said you're going to take some time, figure out what you want to do next year, but how much does it help knowing that with this organization, the trajectory that they're on, that they are an organization with how young they are, that they could be back in the playoffs, they certainly have a window here that could potentially make it to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, for sure. I think with me or without me, they can make that happen. Got a lot of great nucleus of players. That's what Coach Bowles said. The team got a great young nucleus of players, guys who want to win, guys who have that mentality to take the organization to the next level. And you've seen it. You've seen a lot of young guys who treated this year. So they know, they understand now. Getting this feeling, getting this taste, I'm sure it's a bad taste. So I'm sure they're gonna know what to expect from next year.
Lavonte, what did you learn about yourself this year? I mean, I know you played so many seasons, but are you still kind of having these big takeaways and learning moments at this point in your career?
Yeah, for sure. I just feel like, I can still, impact the game, be more consistent in that area. But I do still love the game of football. That's the main thing. I've been playing the game since I was 6 years old. I never missed a year. And I think the love of football will always be there with me. But from now on, I'm just going ahead and just, kind of like just unwind and relax, and then just see see what happens.
Does that love still burn as much as it did when you were younger?
Yeah. I mean, it's different now. You know, when you're younger, you know, it's fun. And as you get older, you know, it's a lot of different aspects come while you become a grown man. You got other responsibilities and other priorities to take care of. So, but the love of football is still there, but you know, probably not the burn as much as it was when I was younger.
What about like last night? I mean, it just seemed like, I mean, you always show up in those big moments, but it's like, you know, at this phase in your career, you don't know if you'll have another season left in you. You kind of have to weigh that out. I mean, does that stuff enter your mind when you approach games like the one last night?
That's just me being a competitor. You know what I'm saying? Me going out there and just want to win, play my best to help our football team win. Like I said, man, we got a great football team. Felt like we had a chance to win that game. We should have won that game, but those things didn't happen. You got to give the Commanders a lot of respect. They came out, they executed, and they won the game. So, you know, for me personally, you know, I'm just a competitor. I'm going to go out there and do my best every time.
Last question, John Romano, please. As you make your decision this summer, is it important for you to go out on your own terms?
Oh, for sure. It's always important to go out on my own terms. You know, when I played this game, started playing on this level, I always said I want to go out on my own terms. You know, I don't want nobody to force me out. You know, I want to put my best foot forward every time and, you know, make sure that, you know, when I do leave the game, you know, stamp that, you know, I was an incredible player. You know, that's just how I feel.
You know, just going to take some time and reflect and sort of get away from it. You know, it's been a long year, just from senior year of college to the draft to OTAs and camp and, you know, all that's come with that, whether that's, you know, changing positions or moving to a new city or et cetera. Just, you know, it's been a long year. Sad it had to end the way it did, but, you know, just going to learn, you know, all you can do is learn from it, right? It's, and just, you know, you gotta take it on the chin and keep moving forward. That's all you can do. So,
How are you and your teammates kind of leaning on each other right now?
yeah, just like we've said this all year, and I know it's out there, just how close of a unit this was. Like, it's not normal. You know, this for me, this is all I've known. So it's been expressed to me that like this is not normal to have the bond and the chemistry that we do. You know, we do everything together. And so it's just sad to see that come to an end just because of, you know, the way the NFL is. There's going to be turnover and things like that. So, you know, it is what it is, but, you know, definitely going to spend some time in the next coming weeks together and, you know, sort of hang out and, you know, spend some good time together. But yeah, it was a wild ride, and, you know, it's crazy. I think, you know, one of the biggest things I learned is you can have a great regular season, you can do all these awesome things, but, you know, once you get into the playoffs, kind of all that's forgotten, and it's all about what you do and the playoffs. And, you know, so our resume is not, you know, like last night was obviously not what we wanted. So, you know, it kind of stings because all the great things we did achieve sort of, you know, are put on the back burner. So just, you know, trying to still, you know, pat ourselves on the back for the things we did do, but at the same time learn from, you know, what we've got to, you know, do better and, yeah, go from there.
You mentioned that turnover, a bit of an uncomfortable question, but
yeah,
how do you handle maybe Liam Cohen possibly not being here next year?
Yeah, I mean, that's all way above me, and, you know, I don't have much to say about it because I don't really, you know, I don't know what's going on or what's going to happen, and, you know, I don't know anything more than you guys do. So, you know, but obviously we love Liam, and what he's done with this year with us is awesome, and to be able to get another opportunity with him to improve and, you know, sort of take an off season to reflect and see where we can improve, I think would be awesome. And I'd love that opportunity to work with him again. But, you know, obviously this is a business and people have to do what they have to do for their families, and you know, opportunities don't always arise like this. So, you know, obviously whatever he does, love him, appreciate him, you know, hopefully I get to work with him again. But, you know, everyone's different. Everyone's got their own situation and families and things like that. So, you know, whatever happens, and, you know, we got to move forward regardless. But, you know, definitely appreciate Liam for all he's done, and, you know, hopefully we'll get to run it back next year.
Graham, it's kind of a cliche in the NFL. Playoffs are so much more intense than the regular season. Did you experience that last night, your first playoff game?
No, to be honest with you, I just tried to treat it like a regular game. You know, obviously the like the atmosphere is a little more, loud and stuff like that. But I just try to treat it just like any other NFL Sunday and approach it the same way. And yeah, obviously the stakes are heightened, but I think the level of play is pretty similar, to be honest with you. And we just didn't execute down the stretch.
Graham,
Last question.
Is it remarkable to think about the margin for error in the National Football League when you reflect on the season, going even last night, to just throughout some of the losses, even a couple of the wins that you had, just how close you are teetering between the win and the loss in the game?
Yeah, we're really close. Obviously, just a couple mistakes down the stretch, and it's a different game. But yeah, like you said, in playoff NFL football, you've got to be able to play mistake-free in crunch time to pull wins out, and we didn't do that. And so that's something going into this offseason we got to emphasize is clean up the little things, because I think if you look at the big picture, we were impressive as an offense. But when you look at the details, there's things we could have done better, and so I think that's really got to be the main focus point going into next year is just making sure we're we put emphasis on the little things that you may not put as much emphasis on in OTAs, but become very important in playoff football. So got to make sure we're locked in on those things.